Hi there. Today is August 4th, and today I want to talk about something very important, and that is happiness on the other side of hurt. And, I find that we tend to get stuck in like the shitstorm of life. And like we're all struggling with something. We've all been hurt. We've all experienced loss. It's so easy to feel like we're alone in the struggles, but we're not. I mean, everyone that you talk to has gone through something. They've lost someone. There's been illness. They've suffered from some illness, or someone in their family has, or addictions. Parenting teens in itself is a struggle. We've all had struggles, but what I've really recognized is how we tend to expect the next shoe to fall, and we really live our lives trying to get things that we want and trying to push away what we don't want. But what we're actually doing is we're always fucking pushing boulders up a mountain. Trying to decide what life gives you and how life works, that's pushing a fucking boulder up a hill. We don't have control over the things that happen in our lives. I mean, we have control over our choices, but at the end of the day, we don't have control over what the universe, or God or creator, whatever you call it, creates in our lives. That's our destiny. We don't control that. So trying to control it, like I said, is like pushing this ball up the mountain, or this boulder up a mountain. What a waste of our fucking energy. What a waste of our energy. And at the same time, we're also pushing boulders up the mountain because we're trying to prevent things from happening. We don't want our kids to be hurt. We don't want to lose more. We don't want to, we don't want bad things to happen. And of course that makes some logical sense, but at the end of the day, what we need to do is really surrender to the plan, the purpose, whatever it is this divine unfoldment has planned for us and for our children. And what I've recognized, like I said, is I've been noticing a whole lot of things that I've been dreading. I don't want to be hurt. I don't want my kids to be hurt. And so what I've actually been doing, through my meditations, is spending time giving, you do these visualizations, and when you do visualizations, it really shifts the energy within. And, like I said, I've been doing this for years. I've been teaching it for years. This is what I've been focusing on, is allowing the people in my life to hurt me or to be hurt. And again, this is a visualization. I don't literally walk up to the people in my life and say, you have full permission to fuck with me right now. But it was an energetic process. And like I said, the reason that I've been doing it is because I recognize that I have been dreading horrible things from happening. And so I've been doing this with the people in my life, calling them in and saying, you have permission to hurt me. You have permission to get hurt. I give the universe permission to harm my children, or whatever has to happen, whatever destiny is. And I was doing it with the scariest things that I could think of. And what I realized was, what the fuck am I doing? It's a beautiful thing to surrender, but why wasn't I giving people permission in my life to fucking thrive and love me instead of hurt me. Like, right? It just seems so silly now in hindsight. But this is how we get so stuck in our thought processes. And this is what I've been calling blind spots. That was my blind spot of not realizing that I was not only dreading things from happening, but giving the universe permission for them to happen, and not also really focusing on giving the universe permission to send wonderful fucking things to me and to my children. Like, it's just really funny how we do these things. So what I really want to start talking about is the other side of the hurt. When we're hurt, when we lose something important to us, we get stuck in this state of, well, it happened once, it's gonna fucking happen again. And when I start to get happy, I better not stay fucking happy because shit's gonna, explode again. It's like we're all expecting something bad to happen. So we're creating struggle, even in the good times. And even in the hard times, we should be able to find a state of joy and peace. That's what we're here. We're not on this planet to suffer. We're not here to be punished. Like, imagine a loving parent. You don't want your fucking kids to suffer. You don't want them to be wasting the good time that they have in their lives. You'd be like, holy shit, find fucking joy as many moments as you can throughout the day. But we also have this state of, I don't know, like, is it survivor's guilt? I don't even know what I would call it, but I've really been picking it up in myself that my mom died. So it was like this, okay, well, she's gone. How can I thrive in a world that my mom no longer exists in? There was like this guilt, because if I got to be really, really happy, that would maybe look shitty. And these are not conscious thoughts. These are subconscious things going on, which means we don't consciously know that we're doing it. If there's a person in your family that is having a hard time, that doesn't mean that you shouldn't be enjoying your life. That's even more of a reason why you should be enjoying your life. Go on the fucking trip, eat the fucking cake, build connections, find friends, find partners, whatever that may be. You holding yourself back from happiness is not making anybody else happy. And I'm literally speaking to myself right now because I see that this has been a lifelong pattern of, I better just stay kind. And now we look at, like, there are homeless people, there are sad people, there are people out there, kids that don't have parents, that don't have homes, that don't have food. That's a horrible thing. And I really, really recognize it, because there are so many people that live without, that I really felt guilty to have success, abundance, love, connections. And that's not healthy. It's really not healthy, because we're actually supposed to be happy. And if you're holding yourself back from happy, you're really trapping yourself in the hurt, not only of your own life, but of the whole entire planet. People are always going to be suffering. There are always going to be shitty things happening in this world. I hate to tell you it, but it's true. So are we going to live the rest of our lives feeling bad about being happy because there are sad people? No. Imagine how powerful it would be for all of us to step up and find so much fucking joy in our lives. That would be inspiring to other people. Then they would learn how to do it from us. And this is a huge shift for me. A really huge shift for me, and I hope it is for you too. Because, do as I say, not as I do, is what the big quote is. And we tell people, make good choices, be happy. But if we're not doing it ourselves, how the fuck are they ever going to do it? They don't even see us doing it. So be happy. Choose happy.